Hey, what's going on, everybody? Lewis here. Happy Sunday. Hope you're all having a blessed one. Don't give up. We've all heard that a million times, and that's a really dear line to me. Hang tight. I want to really go down the rabbit hole with y'all. If you end up by liking the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It helps me a ton when it comes to bringing this content to a wider audience. So thanks in advance. So don't give up. I've been through a bunch of crazy stuff, near-death experiences twice, mental hospital, bipolar tendencies, depression, addiction. I came out the other end of it, and there's so many times where I wanted to give up in life. I was a cutter when I was 16, cut myself, hardcore, depressive, really negative thinking. What's the point of living? Why was I brought onto this planet? And so on. So I've come a long way since then, and I don't think that way anymore. Why? That's what I want to get into the nitty gritty with you all today. Why? Because at the end of the day, these thoughts are very heavy. They weigh me down, they weighed me down, and I had my near death experiences. They were from heroin overdoses twice when I was 20 and one when I was 21. I got shown the other side of the veil, if you will. I used to be a Catholic when I grew up, and I was shown a very fear-based, condemning God, and it really turned me off of religion and so on when I was younger. But this near-death experience brought me onto a new type of God. It showed me an all-loving energy force that surrounded all life and was made up of all life. That gave me some hope, and it also told me, Lewis, that experience showed me, Lewis, you came to earth for a reason. You don't want to commit suicide, you don't want to kill yourself just dabbling with drugs that you can die on at any moment, like heroin, shooting it up and walking the line, like they say, of life and death. That life is sacred, Lewis. You are here for a reason, to help other people, and don't give up, because you'll heal and come out of this thing at some point, but you got to work at it. It doesn't happen overnight, but just that experience catalyzed something. It nudged me into this thought process of, maybe life can be worth living, maybe things can get better. So I kept trucking on from there. If you've watched this channel, you might have heard a little bit more about my story, but I started having my slips and falls into recovery, getting better, and I got into meditation, working with psychedelics for therapeutic reasons, mushrooms mainly, because I really wanted to try everything. I had tried medication in the past and it didn't work for me, bad side effects. I just wanted to heal. I didn't know how at the time, but I had this voice in my head now after these near-death experiences of just do not give up. Because once you start thinking, I give up, I quit, then you're gonna spiral downward, and when you start thinking negative, you might have seen it in your own journey, it's easier to attract more negative thoughts. So I was very careful to tread in those waters. The meditation was big, and the mushroom got me onto that habit, because if you ever worked with psychedelics, they really show you the content of your mind and how heavy your thoughts can be and how they impact your feelings, your beliefs, your perceptions, and so on. And they can limit your actions. They can affect what actions you take or not take. So meditating every day, I still do it today, 10 years later, 11 years later, 20 minutes or so, morning and night. It really helps you observe your thoughts, clear your thoughts, so that we can move into more of a flow and not let your thoughts take you on autopilot all day long. That was helpful. I mentioned journaling a lot, so if I get hard feelings, anger, or what have you, I'll write it down on paper. Very therapeutic for me. And eventually, with time, these heavy thoughts went away. I made another video about this recently, about how it's not a straight line either when you make a commitment. I'm not gonna go down the path of addiction or negative thinking anymore. You say that and things test you, other parts of yourself test you, other demons test you, demons or other thought patterns that you have. The key is staying vigilant through those tests and those temptations of the self. Some cultures call it the devil or whatever you want to call it. Those thoughts will test you because you used to entertain them. They're like visitors that used to come knocking on your door and come into your house and put their dirty feet up on your couch and just camp out and make your whole mind toxic and your whole heart toxic. So it starts by this desire of wanting to feel better, wanting to do better in life, wanting to heal, wanting to be free. And you need to make those type of thoughts and perspectives the dominant ones in your head so they can outshine those negative thoughts and kick them away, because those negative thoughts won't be a match. They won't be a vibrational match to those more positive goals anymore. Sometimes it takes slipping and falling for a few months, a few years, depending on how ingrained they are into your own being, into your own story, your own genetics or whatever. But the key is do not give up during the hard times. Eventually you will feel free from those chains. Eventually you will fly. Eventually your mind will be on love, on forgiveness, on peace, on service to humanity, on wanting to be better. Now I'm making videos like this. I'm happy to do so. I want to share with people what's helped me overcome these things. I'm happy, I'm married, I met a partner. I never thought I could have a good relationship before. I felt so down on myself, had a lot of low self-worth, low self-esteem. I'm able to maintain a job and save money and all that stuff. Now, I never thought that was possible, but I had to believe it was possible, and I had to not give up during those hard times. So that's my main message. Don't give up, please. Have you ever had an experience like this? Have you ever had a near-death experience? Have you ever had these type of testing thoughts? Put it in the comments below. Let's get the discussion going and just be here for one another. So if you end up by finding any value in this video, please like, subscribe, share this content around. It helps a ton so that I could reach a wider audience and get this message out there. Take care, everybody. Thanks for being here. Peace.